Just noticed that the GTR's accumulator runs like an ATI sump under there. She's leaking a little bit out of one of the fittings that needs to be replaced. Let's check the oil level, and then we're gonna go take him down to GT Auto. While we're there, we're gonna go get some more updates on our 86 project car, which is coming on pretty quickly now, so we're not too far off having that running. So let's take the GTR down, let's get some fluttering noises, and I'll see you at GT. The never-ending struggle with modified cars. No battery. Yep, 85 life. While we're on our way down there. Always sounds pretty sick. And yeah, this thing's running E85, makes just under 800 horsepower at all four wheels. It sounds pretty sick. It's got GTX 3582R turbo. And there's plenty of other videos about this on our channel as well, so you can check that out at StreetFX TV. And right now we're making 30 pound. Let off the brake and off it goes. Alright, we've just got into GT Auto Garage. Now we're going to go and get some updates on how the 86 is going. Different cars in today.
That's the south. And then he wants some of them. And then he wants the D series.
Alright, another update. We're coming into GT Auto Garage to go and have a look at what's happened since last week when we came in for the previous update on the 86. Mostly this time it seems to be concentrated on the computer side of things and also the cooling. The guys from PWR are in here at the moment and they're working out fitting the oil cooler and the transmission cooler. We've also got a lot of work that's just happened in the back of the car for the air conditioning, the paddle shift, the sequential shifter. We've got air shifting going on. So we've got a pump in the boot, or trunk as you guys call it in America. And we've got the dry sump set up. So once the car's off the hoist, we'll go and have a look through that in a sec. We're also working out how to fit this alternator.
It needs to charge.
Alright, tell us what we've got going on this newest update.
Alright, so far in the boot here we've got...
It's the trunk for the Americans.
Oh, trunk, yes. So we've got a bit of everything really because, you know, the owner still wants to drive it on the street. Obviously dry sump tank.
Yep.
The breather, which is actually going to be changed shortly because it's got the right design.
Yep.
Compressor for the paddle shift with the reservoir. And obviously the very important bit of the air conditioning pump.
That was
there's also a surge tank here.
Yep. So what are we doing fuel system wise? So we've got just the factory we've got the upgraded full-blown motorsport pumps in the tank, and they'll feed into the surge tank.
Yep. And then we've got a dash 12 line feeding the mechanical pump up the front.
Okay.
Which is
And any reason why we went mechanical versus the traditional sort of setup?
We were trying to reduce the electrical load on the car, but then someone wanted aircon still.
So I just reversed.
So you reversed that.
Yeah.
But it was more the fact of the reliability of a mechanical pump and having it driven off the back of the dry sump pump. So if there is any issues with a belt
slips, then just cuts the...
It cuts the fuel.
Okay,
Cuts
cool.
the motor.
And is there a way, like, do we need to worry about cooling the fuel or anything like that?
With this setup, not at the moment.
Okay, I guess we'll have a fuel temp gauge.
Yep. Yeah, all the Motec gets all the fuel temp. Yeah, so no.
So what do we got going on today?
Here's trouble. We did the final measure up of the oil water heat exchanger, and now we're just actually looking at making up a little custom bracket for the alternator.
Gotcha. So this heat exchanger thing, was that all-in-one? So this is based on Formula One technology stuff, was it? Or the Indy cars or something?
Yeah.
I want to know how much it is yet.
If we just keep writing zeros, and I'll tell you when we can stop. No, so we'll do the gearbox and the engine oil at the same time. The great thing is, especially being a dry sump, it helps the oil heat up.
Yeah.
Once the differential passes between the water and oil temp, it acts as your cooler as well.
Okay.
There's nothing more efficient than that.
Okay, and where's that going to live?
That's a secret.
So directly under the sump?
Yep. Directly under the sump. So it'll be AV mounted and hung up underneath. It'll get a secondary water line to it.
And so it just runs through the radiator as the cooling source?
It'll run secondary cooling lines to it. So yeah, the same coolant system as the radiator, but your direct oil flow full flow from the dry sump to it, as well as full flow from the gearbox. They've got such low oil side pressure drop and are so efficient, you can run full flow with it with minimal pressure drop.
Okay, cool.
In a very, very small package.
That's what I've got.
Well, it's only like 12 degrees in here, so.
All right, so now we actually have the real motor in the car. The last time we did a video feature on this, it was just the dummy motor, which I think that's it over there. So now we've got the real one. What is actually inside this motor?
So we've got HKS 4.1 litre with Kelford cams. That's basically...
Do we know what's the degrees on the cams, or is that...
I don't know.
Proprietary to JHH?
Yes. But yeah, so all CNC ported heads from Titan in the States. We've got obviously the HS turbos.
The biggest interesting thing with these HKS turbos is there's the symmetrical layout.
Yes.
That's something that you don't normally see.
So we're currently doing bracing, which is going to be running backwards to the motor for the support for them.
Yep.
Just so under heat, they're not putting too much stress on the
I saw
manifolds.
Dave working on that earlier.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a set of Siemens 2300 cc injectors.
The main reason they need to be that big, I guess, is for the E85, hey?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I guess this motor will definitely outsee what these turbos will float. So potentially...
We may need to upgrade these turbos at some point. Well, we've got plenty of room if we have to.
And Garrett now do symmetrical turbo.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
And so HKS wastegates?
Yes, HKS GT2, 60 mils.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically the next version up on these ones, is it?
Yeah, they're the 50 mils, these are 60 mils.
And I see you guys are in the middle of wiring. What are you guys
doing the
there?
injectors at the moment.
Injectors?
We're running, getting lengths mainly, just for the looms.
Yeah.
But
so aside from that, what have we got? Cooling systems?
Cooling systems, which you've sort of seen before.
Yeah.
For PWR, obviously.
Yeah. Is that their Formula One intercooler core?
Yeah, so the cores are from the earlier F1 tech that were developed.
The dog really loves this microphone.
Stop.
It's not a cat, it's a microphone.
She thinks it is.
And the radiator was, it's also a PWR item?
Yeah, PWR. I think it was from the WRC design, and it's what do I think they call it, a quattroflow.
Okay, and there's spal fans, I guess?
Yeah, spal fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got intake-wise, you've got straight, so it's very short intake setup here we've got, so
short runners.
So basically straight there, and we've got Greddy intake cleaner. Straight down there, Turbo Smart blow-off valves. What sort are they? Race ports. In the top, and then what? This is split down the middle, is it?
Yeah,
two separate air coolers, and then back out the top.
Dave, you call Frank.
And there we go. So
yeah, left and right banked. Yeah, dry sump, mechanical pump.
yeah, the dry sump main reason was we couldn't fit like, I mean, what, we dropped nearly 20 centimeters off the engine when we switched to the dry sump. More, because otherwise the engine would have been up here.
It would have been sitting through the bonnet with an intake.
Something like that 458 powered one, hey?
Yeah. The bonnet shuts on this one.
That's the thing.
So yeah, we've got all the paddle shifts now.
Okay.
Well, we've got the pump.
So that pulls the sequential.
So there's
back
the
and forth.
the Motec
So,
paddle shift.
okay, and that will operate that sequential, which we don't even need the shifter.
No, that's
It will operate on the base part of that though, yeah?
No, it actually.
Oh, it goes straight to.
It's underneath. You can't see it.
Okay.
So this bolts off the bell housing. That activates onto the sequential lever.
Yep.
And it just with the electronics.
Okay.
And it's all pneumatic.
So if we did still have the shifter inside, you'll see it moving back and forth. Gotcha. And we have we've HPC coated the manifolds, which you guys made these manifolds in-house, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, Dave's made all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all coated.
Yeah. And these are going to be out the hood, but we're going to have a plumb back option as well, right?
Yes, correct.
Where will they plumb back to?
So basically that's why I just actually ran that over there. But basically it'll go straight down there and then straight into the dump pipe.
Okay.
So yeah, for a street version.
And these, I noticed you've redone all the
brake lines are all
brake lines. So where's the ABS module's over here now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so all your wiring's hidden. It's actually already wired up if you look under here.
Fantastic.
It's all wired.
Yep.
Basically majority of the wiring will be hidden.
Yeah, I love the wire tuck idea. I don't really like all that mess.
Really nice and neat. Another reason why we started.
And so the air intakes,
Yes.
where are they? They're just going to live under the headlights?
Yeah, so
Or
basically they'll sit, well that's the intake there.
do we know what filters we're using yet, or is
They'll
that?
be twin HPS pods.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. And so they'll be in the
Yeah.
the brake ducts.
Well,
We're not going to be able to use them as brake ducts
in behind
anymore.
the inner guard of the bar.
Okay. So nice cool air down there.
Yeah.
All right. And is there anything inside wise that has been done yet? Like,
Not really, just sorting out where the owner wants the
are we doing the dash?
dash.
Yeah.
So we'll just pull the dash out,
Yeah.
having a play around.
Yeah. And I noticed, remember the other day you said that steering wheel is going to be an issue because of
The paddle shift.
paddle shift. So
Bolts
we can't use that.
in behind it.
Yeah.
So,
So that's something that we're in the middle of working out right now.
Yes. Yeah, we're just halfway through determining what wheel we're going to run and what options we do have.
Yeah. And we may have some cool news about that, but we'll see how we go.
Yes.
And there's nothing on the back seat, so that's where the subwoofers are going to go.
Well, yeah, put more weight in it, you know.
Well, we need more weight over the back wheels, don't we?
Well, I think so, yes. Most definitely.
It'd be interesting to know what our weight distribution is on this.
It will be interesting, yeah. We
So-
actually could weigh it. Actually, we could do that.
Because, I mean, we don't know how much this engine weighs yet. Like, I mean,
I do know what it weighs, but yeah.
are they hugely more than the FA20?
Yeah. But an FA20 with a cast block, yeah.
Yeah.
With an alloy block, yeah.
Yeah. Focus.
Oh, nice hat, mate.
Yeah, I know. All right, so thanks very much, Dave, for showing us over the latest update. And I think next week we'll come back to see what do you reckon the next big progress is going to be.
Whoa, the wiring's only the biggest one, but hopefully we'll have an answer on the steering wheel and what we're happening with that area.
And how long till it will actually start? Are we getting ahead of ourselves?
I was hoping by the end of the month. But
So what,
yeah,
it's in 2 weeks?
yeah, I'd say maybe 3 weeks.
All right.
Well,
Cool.
it'll be, yeah, we've got a fair bit to go, but we're ticking off big boxes.
There's something wrong with me.
The list is getting shorter.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, nearly done, and hopefully we'll start to actually hear what it's going to sound like when we fire it up in a couple of weeks.
It's going to be very interesting.
And we're still in argument about getting the exhaust set up, because I want twin exhausts. He only wants one.
Well, space only gives us one.
Yeah, well, we'll work it out. So hopefully we can have a twin exhaust set up, and we'll know that, I guess, in a week. Probably once that Rencool stuff turns up.
Once the Rencool stuff turns up, we'll have a decision.
Yeah. And we'll do a bit of a feature on how we're getting air conditioning in this car, because that's something that's very rarely seen in such a highly modified car, to have aircon in a car like this. So that's something that was insisted on upon.
With possibly cruise control.
There better be cruise control. Why wouldn't there be? I don't see why there wouldn't be cruise control.
There should be cruise control.
Yeah, we're gonna have cruise control. All right, see you guys, and make sure you subscribe to StreetFX TV. All right, catch you guys. Thanks, Dave.